Ladies and gentlemen, gather round for a tale of intrigue and mystery. Today, we are diving into the curious case of Transnistria, the country that doesn't exist. Or does it? Imagine a place where Soviet nostalgia isn't just a trend, but a way of life. Transnistria is a narrow strip of land between Moldova and Ukraine, with all the trappings of a country, a flag, a government, even its own currency. But not a single UN member state recognizes it. You might wonder why you should care about this obscure slice of Eastern Europe. Transnistria is a testament to the complexities of international politics and the lingering effects of the Soviet Union's collapse. Plus, where else can you find a place that's simultaneously in and out of the Eurovision Song Contest? So buckle up, folks. We're about to embark on a journey through a land of contradictions. Welcome to Transnistria, the country that doesn't exist, except when it does. All right, history buffs, let's hop into our DeLorean and take a trip back in time. Historian. Our tale begins in the aftermath of World War I, when the region was part of the Moldavian Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic within Soviet Ukraine. Fast forward to 1940, and the Soviet Union creates the Moldavian Soviet Socialist Republic, incorporating Bessarabia and Transnistria. For decades, Transnistria industrialized rapidly, becoming a key military and economic center. But all good Soviet things must come to an end. As the USSR started collapsing in the late 1980s, tensions rose. The Moldovan majority wanted to break free, while the Slavic population in Transnistria preferred the Soviet status quo. Historian. In 1990, Transnistria declared its independence, leading to a brief but intense war in 1992, ending in a ceasefire that's held to this day. Since then, Transnistria has been functioning as a de facto independent state, complete with its own government, military, postal system, and currency. It's like a never-ending game of make-believe, except with real guns and a lot of paperwork. Welcome to Transnistria's historical journey. Now, let's talk about the land and people of Transnistria. Picture a country shaped like a lightning bolt, stretching about 400 kilometers along the eastern bank of the Dniester River. Local resident. Population-wise, Transnistria is home to about 500,000 people, a melting pot of Moldovans, Russians, and Ukrainians, with sprinkles of Bulgarians, Gagauz, and others. The capital and largest city is Tiraspol, a charming city of about 129,000 people, where Soviet-era architecture meets modern cafes. Local resident other notable cities include Bender and Ribnica, which hosts the largest cement plant in Europe. Geographically, Transnistria is flatter than a pancake. The Dniester River forms its western border, providing scenic views and the occasional diplomatic headache. The eastern border with Ukraine is less defined. Climate-wise, it's got that classic continental vibe, warm summers and cold winters. Local resident in Transnistria, weather forecasts are like international recognition, subject to change without notice. It's a place where you can experience the thrill of international travel without your passport ever getting stamped. Welcome to the land and people of Transnistria. It's a unique blend of cultures and landscapes that make Transnistria a fascinating place to explore. Local resident. Whether you're sipping espresso in Tiraspol or exploring the industrial heart of Ribnica, there's always something intriguing to discover. So let's dive deeper into this enigmatic region and uncover more of its secrets. Section 4. Vodka, caviar, and Soviet nostalgia. Transnistrian culture. Imagine if the Soviet Union had a yard sale and one plucky little region bought everything. That's Transnistria. It's a place where the hammer and sickle isn't just a retro fashion statement. It's on the actual flag.
Transnistrian culture is a unique blend of Moldovan, Russian, and Ukrainian influences, creating a cultural cocktail as potent as our famous Kvint brandy.
Food-wise, Transnistria is a carnivore's paradise. Mamaliga, a cornmeal porridge, is often served with meat, cheese and sour cream. Ziama, a hearty chicken soup, and caviar from the Dniester River are local delicacies.
The most intriguing aspect of Transnistrian culture is its blend of old and new. While Lenin statues still stand guard, you'll also find hip cafes, modern art galleries, and even the occasional McDonald's.
It's like someone took a Soviet time capsule and injected it with a dose of 21st century capitalism. The result? A place where you can check your Instagram while standing in front of a hammer-and-sickle mosaic. Only in Transnistria can you experience such a surreal mix of nostalgia and modernity. It's enough to make your head spin faster than a ballerina doing the kalinka. Section 5. Politics in limbo. Governance without recognition. Imagine throwing a party and sending out invitations, but nobody RSVPs. That's Transnistria's situation on the world stage.
Officially, Transnistria calls itself the Pridnestrovian Moldavian Republic, PMR. The government structure is a presidential republic, with Vadim Krasnoselsky as the current president since 2016.
Despite its unrecognized status, Transnistria has established a de facto independent state. They've got their own military, police force, and postal system.
Transnistria's political existence is propped up by Russia, which provides economic support and a military presence. Moldova considers Transnistria a breakaway region and dreams of reunification.
It's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place, with Russia on one side and Moldova on the other. Welcome to Transnistrian politics, where every day is a tightrope walk over a pool of diplomatic piranhas. Despite the lack of international recognition, Transnistria continues to function as a self-declared independent state.
The political landscape here is as complex as it is fascinating, with a unique blend of Soviet nostalgia and modern governance.
So, let's delve deeper into the curious world of Transnistrian politics and see how this unrecognized state manages to navigate its way through the international arena. Section 6. Rubles and Cognac. The curious economy of Transnistria. Transnistria's economy is about as recognized as its statehood, which is to say, not at all.
Despite its unique status, Transnistria has managed to cobble together an economy that would make MacGyver proud. The backbone of this financial Frankenstein's monster? Booze and electricity. The Kvint distillery, famous for its brandy, is one of the largest contributors to the Transnistrian budget.
Transnistria is also a major electricity producer thanks to a massive power plant in Dnestrovsk. They generate so much power, they even export it to Moldova and Ukraine.
Transnistrian companies are registered in Moldova, allowing them to export goods with Moldovan customs stamps.
It's like wearing a fake mustache to sneak into an R-rated movie. Not quite legit, but it gets the job done. The result is a strange economic limbo where Transnistria simultaneously does and doesn't participate in the global economy.
It's Schrodinger's economy, existing and not existing at the same time. Who knew that quantum physics could be applied to international trade?
Section 7. Getting there. A tourist's guide to visiting nowhere. So, you've decided to visit Transnistria. Congratulations. You're either a hardcore traveler, a Soviet nostalgia enthusiast, or you've seriously misread your map.
The most common route is through Moldova. You can take a bus or a taxi from Chisinau to Tiraspol.
At the border, you'll be greeted by stern-faced guards who take their job very seriously. You'll need to fill out a migration card, which is basically a "we know you're here, but we can't stamp your passport" card. Pro tip: bring crisp new US dollars or euros for any fees that might mysteriously appear.
Once you're in, getting around Transnistria is like playing a game of Soviet-era public transport roulette. Trolley buses and marshrutkas, minibuses, are the main modes of transport in cities. For inner-city travel, there are buses and trains, but don't expect Swiss precision when it comes to schedules.
And remember, when paying for anything, use those colorful Transnistrian rubles you exchanged at the border. Just don't try to exchange them back when you leave. They're not exactly accepted anywhere else. Welcome to the adventure of visiting Transnistria, the country that doesn't exist.